When silence breaks under the roar of engines, what remains? In the dim hours before dawn, across the contested skies of southern Ukraine, that question was answered in precision and fire. Within 2 days, 2 critical industrial sites were struck by Russian long-range weapons, a UAV production plant in Kherson and the Motor Sich aviation complex in Zaporozhye. Iskander tactical missiles leveled the first, geran loitering munitions, and FAB aerial bombs tore through the second. These operations were not isolated acts of retaliation. They were deliberate steps within a broader strategy, a campaign to dismantle the industrial foundation sustaining Ukraine's drone warfare. The October 9th report published amazing news about the Moscow military movement when Russian missile units launched Iskander-M short-range ballistic missiles toward a Ukrainian UAV assembly plant in Kherson. The target, identified through prior reconnaissance, was a facility used for assembling and modifying unmanned aerial vehicles deployed along the Dnieper River front. Recent developments suggest that Russia's Iskander system has undergone significant modernization, a factor that directly enhanced the precision and flexibility of this strike. The Iskander's precision-guided munitions, supported by GLONASS navigation and optical terminal guidance, impacted directly within the target zone. Post-strike imagery revealed multiple points of detonation across the production workshops and storage hangars, leaving the plant non-operational. The controlled radius of impact suggested a strike focused exclusively on industrial objectives, minimizing collateral damage. Just 48 hours earlier, on the report by October 7th, Russian forces conducted another operation, this time in Zaporozhye, targeting the Motor Sich aviation plant. The facility, historically one of Ukraine's most important aerospace manufacturers, had continued limited production of aircraft and drone engines despite repeated prior strikes. The attack employed a combination of geran 2 loitering munitions and FAB series high-explosive aerial bombs, delivered in a coordinated pattern to achieve maximum structural damage. Geran drones approached at low altitude, evading detection, before impacting auxiliary buildings associated with engine assembly and fuel storage. Moments later, Russian aviation deployed FAB bombs to reinforce the strike. Satellite assessments confirmed that key production sections were destroyed, halting ongoing operations within the plant's industrial core. Why did the Russian command select these 2 facilities? The Kherson UAV plant functioned as a tactical-level hub for the production and repair of drones, particularly FPV and reconnaissance models used in frontline operations. Its proximity to the Dnieper made it vital for sustaining Ukrainian aerial surveillance and strike capabilities in the southern theater. Through this facility, Ukraine maintained a steady output of short-range UAVs despite growing losses in combat. The Motor Sich plant, by contrast, was a strategic-level target. Known for its turbine and piston engines, Motor Sich supplied propulsion systems not only for Ukrainian designs but also for foreign-made platforms, including the Turkish Bayraktar TB2 and Akinci drones. Its expertise allowed Ukraine to retrofit and maintain drone fleets with improved flight endurance and reliability, a capability essential for deep reconnaissance and strike missions. By striking both facilities in sequence, Russia disrupted 2 complementary pillars of Ukraine's drone industry, Kherson as the assembly line, Zaporozhye as the power source. The operational effect is cumulative, reducing Ukraine's capacity to produce, maintain, and deploy UAVs at the scale required for sustained combat operations. Every missile launched carries a message, and these strikes were no exception. What message did they deliver? The answer lies in Russia's evolving doctrine of industrial warfare, a calculated effort to dismantle the infrastructure that sustains Ukraine's military engine. For over a year, Ukrainian forces have leaned on drones for both reconnaissance and precision strikes. But instead of chasing those drones across the skies, Russia struck at their origin, the factories, the workshops, the very assembly floors where they were born. The logic was cold, deliberate, and strategic. First, there was the denial of production capacity. The Kherson facility, a key site for assembling UAVs using imported parts, gave Ukraine a measure of independence from foreign supply chains. By wiping it out, Russia stripped Kyiv of that flexibility, cutting into its ability to replenish drone losses and sustain frontline operations. Then came the disruption of supply integration. The Motor Sich aviation plant wasn't just another factory. It was a technological bridge linking Ukraine's domestic production to foreign assistance. Engines, components, and know-how flowed through it. Its destruction didn't merely halt production. It fractured an entire network of cooperation that kept Ukraine's drone program alive. And finally, there was the demonstration of intelligence and reach. 2 strikes, 2 cities, 48 hours apart. One executed by Iskander missiles, the other by coordinated aviation and geran drones. Together, they spoke of precision, discipline, and command control. This was not random fire, but an orchestrated statement of capability and confidence. By turning its focus from front lines to factories, Russia waged a quieter kind of war. One measured not by captured ground, but by silenced machines. A war that erodes capability faster than it destroys territory. A war where the battlefield is made of steel and circuits, not trenches and mud. Two days, 2 strikes, 1 deliberate message. The Iskander missiles that shattered the Kherson UAV plant and the geran, fab assault that crippled Motor Sich, were not reactive maneuvers. They were planned, timed, and executed with precision, part of a consistent strategy to render Ukraine's industrial war engine inoperable. In this new phase of the conflict, victory is defined not by frontline breakthroughs, but by strategic silence, the kind that follows when factories fall dark and the roar of engines fades into nothing. When silence breaks under the roar of engines, what remains? Only precision, only purpose. That's all. Thanks for watching.